Howdy, folks. I'm Timothy Chapman, Mayor of Pantstown.
I'm Amber.
And before we begin, I want to address some very disconcerting rumors that I've heard about my person. There's been a lot of rumors floating around that I am actually a grizzly bear who refuses to wear pants. Now, this whole accusation that I am a slackless grizzly bear is baseless. I assure you that I am indeed the mayor of Pantstown. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a little hoarse and I need to get a drink of water.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day! Happy Valentine's Day, everyone! Amber wanted me to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Your episode today is Valentine's Day. And what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than by the title of this story here? For moving out after finding out my dad's detailed list of describing my every move. What could possibly say, I love you more than keeping a detailed record on your loved ones?
That's called stalking.
Let's get started. Our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Moving Out After Finding My Dad's Detailed List Describing My Every Move? And it is as bad as it sounds. I'm a 19-year-old female, if that matters. About 4 months ago, my dad asked me to go into his closet and to grab a fishing pole on top of his shelf that he couldn't reach. When I did grab the pole, a box fell on top of my head and a bunch of papers fell out. Well, while trying to pick them back up, I noticed a lot of them seemed to have my name. Looking through, I saw stuff like Amy's favorite food, Amy's birthmarks, which seemed relatively normal until I got to a chart that listed all of my boyfriends I'd ever had. The ones he knew about. Then the boxes indicating whether or not I had done the deed with them. There was even a question mark indicating at one point questioning whether or not I was still a virgin. I saw some other things, including time-stamped records of stuff that I'd done, when I ate, when I'd slept, whether or not I had left the house that day. I won't go into too much detail, but I saw very intimate things that my dad had written down about my daily activities and body as if he had been tracking my every move. Well, I was very creeped out. I wonder why. And I confronted him about it. He tried to explain that I was just a difficult child. And to handle this, that's why he just started creating lists. But I felt just so violated and creeped out that I decided it was my time to finally leave. And I did. I told him what he did was weird and controlling, and I was out inside of a week. As unbelievable as this story sounds, I wish it wasn't true. Older people in my family have told me that I'm overreacting, and this is normal for parents to keep up with their children. All right, maybe you shouldn't see those other family members. if this is what they're doing to their children, like maybe they don't understand the scope on which this is occurring here. But oh my goodness, OP, yes, this is absolutely just a huge invasion of privacy. It was completely uncalled for him to like track you like this to such a high detail. Like, yeah, parents do need to be interested in their kids and keep like an idea about their kids and understand where they're at, and it's good to know people's likes and dislikes and stuff like that. But he compiled a file on you. This is like some FBI stuff. Does your dad work for the FBI? This is just no.
And why is he so interested in her adult activity life?
Yeah, like also to the extent in which he's like tracking your private life, like yeah, keeping notes about favorite foods for potential like birthday parties in the future. Oh yeah, that's a nice thing of sorts. Though you probably should have those kinds of things off the top of your head. Keeping detailed records on whether or not you have your V card still or not. No. Not the jerk. That kind of detail is not normal parenting. Exactly. I'd have asked them, where are your lists? Prove to me now how normal this is, not the jerk. And then they pull out the reverse Uno card with their detailed list. Their entire family, OP's entire family, actually just full of agents. As a parent, that creeped me out reading on OP's behalf. I couldn't imagine doing that. Absolutely creepy and obsessive. Not the jerk, glad you're moving out. Alright, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Ruining My Wife's Work and Eating the Food Before She Could Take a Picture of It? My wife runs a website dedicated to cooking and recipes. She takes pictures of food before we eat, whether it's lunch or dinner, and posts them to her Insta account. To be honest, I'm annoyed by having to wait so long for her to, quote, get the perfect shot of food after decorating it. Adding this fork, removing that salad dish, it just takes so long, and I lose my appetite waiting until she's done. This has become the norm, but yesterday I decided that I was having none of it. I came to find out that she had cooked an entire feast as her next cooking project and put it on the table. Note that by looking at the whole table setting, I figured pictures had already been taken, right? But no, she said that she was going to take a few pictures and that I had to wait. She went upstairs to get her camera, and that's when I grabbed the spoon and I started filling my plate from every dish that she made, ruining the look as a result. I was hungry, and I was unwilling to wait around 10 plus minutes to eat. Oh my goodness. This guy, the way he described it originally, I wasn't expecting like a 10-minute wait. I was expecting like, oh yeah, the food's been sitting around for like 2 hours, and at this point in time, he's like, the food's gross now, hun. Can we please just eat? No. He had to wait 10 minutes? 10 minutes. You couldn't wait 10 minutes to get the perfect shot. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. She came downstairs and saw the damage and blew up on me, almost crying, saying that I ruined her cooking project that she worked hours for and was putting effort into. I said I was hungry and I couldn't wait, but she kept yelling how much of a obnoxious jerk I was for not waiting till she took pictures of the dishes that she made. Even she said that this was an attempt of me to sabotage her success. I said, oh, please, enough with these conspiracy theories. I'm just hungry and I couldn't wait for her to get the perfect shot. We had a big argument and she went upstairs crying. I wonder why, OP, could possibly have triggered that. I finished my food. And then went out to cool off a bit. Really, OP? Really, OP.
So waiting 10 minutes kills his appetite, but fighting his wife doesn't?
I'm sure a good fight just revved up that appetite there. Like, oh yeah, I just can't wait 10 minutes to... Yeah, Amber said it perfectly there. Like, oh yeah, waiting 10 minutes to wait for his wife to get the perfect shot of her job, and it's too much. But fighting with her, eating his spite plate, and then just going out of the house to cool off was not unappetizing for him. Like, where are your priorities, OP? Where are your priorities? Let me know what you folks think so far of this. When I returned, she threatened that she'll never have me eat anything she cooks, and she said she'd rather throw it in the garbage than give it to an ungrateful, obnoxious jerk like me. I said this wasn't cool, almost as uncool as eating someone's hard work where you would have had to just wait 10 minutes. And she told me to go F myself. I said fine, and then I went to spend the night in the guest room. She texted me the word jerk about 15 times till I turned my phone off. Today she is gone on complete radio silence. Am I the jerk? All right, folks. What do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Jerk.
But he was hungry. He just couldn't wait the 10 minutes while she went and grabbed her camera. All right, OP. I mean, I'm sure Reddit's already eviscerated him at this point in time. And like, the thing that really bothers me about this situation is that she he literally benefits from this a hobby that she has, or career. I'm not sure. He makes it sound like a hobby, but I'm pretty sure that she's earning money off of this. And that she's actually working really hard at this food blog, and that he has just like completely, messed up hours worth of work, and like he is being ungrateful. He isn't appreciating, the work that she's put into this, and instead of just being a patient, person and waiting an additional 10 minutes, he perceives it to be done, and now it needs him to come and eat it, right?
Like, if he's not hungry, why couldn't he eat a little snack?
Yeah, like if you're this hungry, OP, next time maybe you should grab a Snickers bar. You're the jerk. What the actual F? Sounds like this is her job, or at a minimum, an important hobby. Keep a Lunchable and a juice box in the fridge for when you need to act like a child. Bam! Burn! I still like my Snickers comment. This comment made me snort and laugh. You're the jerk, OP, for goodness sake. All right, folks, it's tea time. Can you guess what kind of tea I have today? I'm going to give you a hint. It right now is the afternoon before I would consider caffeinated tea to be off limits. So, if you guessed Earl Grey, then, yeah, you guessed right. What kind of tea do you have, Amber?
Mint!
Amber has mint as usual. As you can see, here's my Wordle. Let me know how you folks did with your Wordle. I did it in 4 of 6. Amber did as well. Or no, she did it in 3. Amber's like, you're trying to make it sound like I did worse, Brian. So, yeah. Let me know how you folks did. Moving right along. All right, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Taking My Sister's House Keys After She Walked In on Me and with someone else and told my ex? Reason my sister has my house key in the first place is because sometimes she has to use my home office for work. At her place, Wi-Fi is very slow, plus she's got 5 kids who bother her nonstop, even when brother-in-law is supposed to be taking care of them while she works. It didn't bother me, so I, a 25-year-old male, said yeah. Sometimes I leave the house, so that's why I gave her the key. But let me know ahead of time if she's coming. So my ex and I are in the middle of divorce. We separated 5 months ago, and we have an 11-month-old son. Right now, I have full custody of him. My sister is close friends with her. She also is one person who is completely against me divorcing her, even though I told them that I was never in love with her, and that she pushed me to marry her because she got pregnant. Which brings me to a week ago. My son's out at the park with his sitter, and she was taking him along while she did some other errands, so they wouldn't be back for a while. A friend I've been seeing since December comes over, and we're getting into it on the couch. Sister shows up unannounced, catches us, and leaves. But not even a half hour later, I'm getting dozens of calls and texts from my ex because my sister went and told her what she saw. My sister's defense was that her ex needed to know so she can talk to me. Still under the hope that I can be convinced to take her back. About not seeing anyone. I'm mad because it's neither her business or my ex who I sleep with. Now my ex won't leave me alone. She's showing up at my place, demanding to know if anyone else is in there, and just causing so many problems now. Of course, this is all my ex's actions, but if my sister hadn't told her anything, this wouldn't be happening. My sister thought that she was firmly in the right for telling her, so she knows someone else is trying to, quote, steal her husband away. Some BS like that. The argument made me so mad that I took her keys and told her that if she needs my work office, that she's going to have to come and knock on the door and wait till I answer because she's not coming in again on her own. Why I'm asking if I'm the jerk? Well, since it affects her job, I'm not sure. With her being able to come and go, it makes it a lot smoother. Now she's mad because sometimes I'm not home, which means that she can't do her work in my office anymore. She's claiming that it's hers too, and it's just so many issues. My sister thinks that I'm being a huge jerk for overreacting this much when it means her job. Am I the jerk? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk.
You know, if LP had been actually cheating on his wife, that would be one thing. But they're separated, they're getting divorced. It's literally in the works. his ex needs to get over this, right? He's not, there's no pretense of cheating here, because in my opinion, at least, cheating requires deceit, at least. Like, the other person needs to feel like you are literally in a, well, one, you have to be in a relationship with someone, and two, they have to there has to be a element of deceit. So, like, if you're in like an open relationship and everyone's on board with this situation, then there's like no element of cheating, because like everyone's aware and knowing of what's going on, right? So in this particular case, the ink is he's literally in the process of getting divorced. He has no pretense. He's not told her that they're exclusive. They aren't under the impression that they're exclusive. So I don't think that cheating is an issue here. But this might not be the same view that everyone aligns with, right? So in my personal opinion, I just don't think that this is cheating. So as for whether or not the sister is in the right for telling the ex, I don't think that the sister I think the sister should have minded her own business. I don't think that this was any of her business, and I think that she should have left well enough alone. And I think that now she's kind of suffering from certain consequences. Like, if she had called ahead of time, if she had just done the basic cursory, oh, hey, I'm coming over type of situation, OP could have prepared for that. And OP in some ways is defending their privacy. OP is making sure that they aren't in a bad position when the sister comes over, and I think that's more than reasonable, right? So I think the sister overstepped her bounds by coming over unannounced more than anything, and that that on its own, regardless of any of the other circumstances around it, would have been enough to take away her key. So if she doesn't want to have her key taken away, then she needs to respect the conditions under which that key was granted. So I do think that OP is not the jerk in this situation. I think the sister overstepped her bounds. So yeah. Anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk. I'm flabbergasted you're still letting her use your office. You're a better person than me. If she brings her laptop and uses your Wi-Fi, she can sit on your front steps. OP says, she uses my home computer. Her laptop is super slow because, well, her kids always dropped it, and it's hard to read with a cracked screen. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, I can understand why she would want to be able to use a computer in this case, and I think that OP is, like, being really generous here, but also, like, the sister really just needs to learn not to violate the bounds of an agreement, right? He set a reasonable boundary and she violated it. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like. And if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Or maybe later. I might actually have a secret story I'm reading. Bye.